Hello, I'm your very best friend, and this is Board Deck and Dice. Today we're looking at Dice Heist, a small dice throwing game from AEG, and it's based around a very simple premise of stealing from museums. Each player will have one black dice, so this game goes up to 5 players, and on your turn you will do one thing for sure, and then you have a choice between two things. The first thing you'll do is draw a card. You will look at the map on the bottom and you will put it at the relevant museum, and then you will choose to roll a dice to try and break into a museum or to take a sidekick. If you choose to roll a dice, what you're looking to do is beat the number on the card, which I didn't there. And if you do beat the number, you get all the cards in that museum. So let's fast forward a few rounds. Britain. I obviously haven't shuffled these since the last time I played. Good. Let's make it a bit more interesting by searching through. Some of the cards have a plus on. If you draw a card with a plus, you get to play another card until you play one without a plus. So, let's say we're into the game now. I have a choice. That's really good. Do I go for it with just one dice and try and roll a 5 or a 6, or do I take a sidekick and hope next go to roll more of them? Once you have a few sidekicks, you have a choice. You can either roll your man on his own, or you can roll your man and any number of sidekicks. If you fail, so if I roll all these, going to the British Museum, I got a 4, but it has to be more than, so I failed, I get all my dice back. However, if I succeed with any of the dice, then my sidekicks go straight back into the dice pile. Any that I use, I get to keep any others. It's worth mentioning that cards score in different ways. Gems, the first one of any colour scores 1 point, the next one scores 2, the next one scores 3, etc. Paintings work a bit differently. The person with the highest value of paintings scores 8 points, the person with the lowest value of painting scores -4, and then there are these artefacts that come as 1 or 2, and they're just worth however many symbols there are in there, so either 1 or 2 points, and you play those face down. They're the only ones you play face down. Everything else you play face up. There is an advanced, I say advanced, but it's not that difficult, an advanced variant where if you just wanted to go for one item, so say I'm collecting paintings, I just want this painting, I'm not bothered about anything else, I can state that I'm going to go for that painting from the USA Museum, and then I only have to get 3 or above. I can just match it. So I would have failed because I obviously have no luck with dice. But if I did get a 3 or above, I could just take that card, whereas normally what you state just which country you're going for and you take everything. After all the items are gone, you count up your points, and the person with the highest points wins. Now, this is a fun little game. It's a filler little game that most ages can play. My 6-year-old manages with this quite easily. He can make decisions between prioritising a risk, going for gems of more colour, because if you get more gems of the same colour, your score goes up kind of almost exponentially. I know that's not quite right, but don't pick me up on it. And yeah, it just works. It's a 10-15 minute game. It's easy to explain. People pick it up straight away. The intimidation value again is very low. The instructions are great, really short, really quick. They explain everything. Didn't have any questions after reading those, and the game is fun. It's not particularly deep. There are some decisions. Do you risk it, or do you take a sidekick? There's a push your luck element there. It's worth noting as well that your totals don't add up. You're just talking about the value of one dice. So even though you're rolling 2, say I was going for a 6 on the Louvre Museum, if I got 2 3s, that would not get me the loot. I would have to get a 6 on at least one of the dice. So obviously the more dice you have, the more chance you've got of doing that. It's a good little game. It's one that will stay in my collection for those moments when we're between games, or I'm going away and want to take something to play with the family. It's good. Not going to set the world alight, but for a quick filler, excellent. I've been your best friend, your very best friend. This is Board Deck and Dice. Thanks for watching.